award weekend. Sports.
Switch. Go. Party.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different...
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of very nice. Nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 45 on 2nd down. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This is Edwards. And that'll hurt the...
You got 3 down.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give for Edwards running right. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4. On first, and that'll make it second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Check 55, Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their... On first down, Edwards. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. They run once more with Edwards. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Again, it's Edwards. Shifts by him, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Runs through the contact. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys are back within a single score. On first down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Edwards. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. Edwards. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Edwards, and he gets it down to the 32. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Let's go, baby. Don't throw my side.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. And that looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Edwards. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. They run with Edwards.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at Century, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and...
Mike, 55. 12. Focus, defense, focus. Check 24.
On first down, it's Edwards. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
Touch 50.
Now it's Edwards. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, here's Edwards. And he won't be close to a first down.
They do not score, fellas. They do not score.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a run with Edwards. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there.
Mike, 55.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball.
Edwards got 4 down.
On first down, Edwards. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. The 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Come on out here, come get some.
On the draw is Edwards. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good.
Lost the pass.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down.
That's it, baby. What? Who's 15? Mike's 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Edwards. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, Edwards. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So instead of giving...
Back. 380. Get him, boys. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. This is the player card. Here, this is your development trait. Superstar.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. A nice little juke. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line. 55.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ready. 5-9.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times that.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check three. Alpha.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the AFC. 49 yards. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about, if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover. The opening possession, now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. Mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this NFC defense comes up big time with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push.
And Breeze is going to go down in end zone, a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Fights him off. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots. But in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score. Going totally opposite what it should be.
Wow, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high score. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 88 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Shotgun now for Breeze. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Ready? 5-8. 13.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Breeze now on first down. Being chased. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. On the move to his left. Touchdown, AFC. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
Well, not content with a 1st quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. So an onside kick fail in the 1st quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The NFC offense heading back onto the field, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried some. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up ball, picking up their mistakes and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm?
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Yellow.
AFC takes over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Breeze rolling to his right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He may try and run for this. Now Breeze lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now Breeze. Flushed out right. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 46 yards. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Breeze lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or...
And my goodness, another interception. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle.
Yeah, baby.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
Yellow, yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 85 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now Myers for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. There's also something challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Breeze to throw. Flush to his right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Ready. 95, 56. Check. 55 to mine.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze dancing to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You just feel it.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30, 10, and touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 74 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try.
Attack, attack!
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for two up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for two late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Mahomes going to throw, eluding the press. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. You see the AFC defense heading back out there. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. There's Breeze. And now here is another interception. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They complete it to Hill. A second nice move. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double and triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. And he certainly... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
her had it, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
To try again after the sack. Breeze, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Breeze to throw again. Steps away to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he was so good throwing the football on 3rd down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's 3rd down. He finds a way to convert.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
second down and goal. Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill, 36 yards. And the AFC able to capitalize on the fumble recovery as it leads to 6 points.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed.
And he will score. Touchdown NFC. Michael Thomas, 52 yards. And the NFC able to claw one back. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who can also make big plays. And
it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
43! 43! Smoke!
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Darius Slay with a pick.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. But now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Breeze. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, now Breeze. Buying time, now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gone. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. First completion of the game for our new quarterback. And remember, of course, we're going to start to see a lot of these guys rotating in off the bench.
Yeah, because it's an all-star game, right? So everyone gets an opportunity to show what they can do, get out on the field. I think as the game goes along.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 1st down, gone. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Silver.
Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. The 30. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Goff now looking to throw. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Automatic first down.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And I tell you what, the AFC continuing their good run of form the last few years. They're on their way to making it 3 straight wins here at the Pro Bowl.
So what they're telling us by their play is that it actually does mean something, doesn't it? We always say, the Pro Bowl.
And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins. 56 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there.
Go. 120. Hey, eat. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Now Goff on first down. Forced out to his in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. After the sack on first down, Goff.
That right now.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware.
And he will score. Touchdown AFC. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He was brought down by the Bears safety, Eddie Jackson. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's get it now. Let's get it right now. 54. Check that.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That one complete to Hill. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 15.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Myers' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now, did he step out of the end zone? Yes, he did. The referee says he stepped out, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
So we got man. Hey, watch the yellow. Hey, go gun.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he's going to look deep end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Mike the 59.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch the safety creep. Watch that, watch that. Rip lift.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.